Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA. We begin today from Delta State, where Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has reassured residents across the oil-rich state that no community will be left behind in his administration's ongoing infrastructure upgrade and transformation efforts. Right Honorable Oborevwori gave the assurance during a recent inspection tour of ongoing projects around the Warri axis of the state. He also charged contractors to ensure timely delivery and maintain high standards in the execution of all works.
The recent inspection rounds by the Governor of Delta State, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevwori, took off in Warri City, where the Governor and his team toured the current state of things at the ongoing rehabilitation of Warri Township Stadium.
3 months before I started to come and inspect. Yes, sir. I gave you time, so I give you time to do a lot of work. Yes, sir. This project is very, very key.
The governor then reveals other plans to make the sporting venue even more appealing.
The first award, there's no hospitality suite. So, in line with the modern kind of stadium now, if you put hospitality suite, that will even encourage a lot of people to use this place for matches and all like that. But the indoor sports, they are doing a brand new one. They finished the piling, waiting for it to get cured and to continue. So, it's a brand new indoor sports that this is what to do.
From there, the governor's team headed for NRN Junction, still within Warri, the oil city, where a flyover bridge and road expansion are currently ongoing to decongest the ever-busy spot. The people were excited to see the governor climb his way up to the top of the bridge to see for himself the level of work at the top. Here, Oborevwori commended the people for their understanding and cooperation despite the inconveniences of the ongoing works.
We're thinking initially that the kind of pain will pass through for this NRA junction to Marikwata, because it's the only access road, main road from where you're coming from Udu to main market, and some of our traders, they live in Udu, but they're happy. See that they're happy because they know that we are doing the right thing.
The last port of call for the governor and his team was the multi-billion naira Udu Harbour Market, where over 600 shops and stores are currently undergoing construction. Governor Oborevwori, while addressing the press here, assured the people that no part of the state will be left out in his administration's drive to upgrade infrastructure that will stimulate socio-economic progress for the people.
We know what we want to do. We are here to serve the people. I have told people that I'm governor for all. If you look at all the projects we have awarded in this local government, and if you look at the amount, you will know that we have done well for the Udu people. And all these projects are fully funded.
Personal supervision of project has become a key feature of Governor Oborevwori's administration, aimed at ensuring that critical infrastructure is delivered according to specifications and within a reasonable time frame. So far, the strategy is yielding results as many projects have been completed and are already serving the people, while in other cases, erring contractors and even supervising government officials have been queried when irregularities were discovered.
Inside the Niger Delta.
With Political realignments gaining momentum and discussions on opposition taking shape across Nigeria. The African Democratic Congress ADC is stepping up efforts to consolidate its base through strategic stakeholder engagements across the country, with the Niger Delta not left out of the brewing political movement. Last week in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, the ADC hosted over 500 political stakeholders from across the 18 local government areas in a bid to strengthen its structure and reposition itself as a credible political alternative ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Talks of a political coalition to unseat the current All Progressives Congress-led federal government are gaining significant momentum. The movement, which started at the national level, is now beginning to trickle down into various geopolitical zones and states across the country. Last week in Calabar, the capital of Cross River State, prominent political figures known to be from parties like the People's Democratic Party (PDP), the Labour Party and others, as well as youth and other political interest groups, seem to be aligning with the African Democratic Congress (ADC), the official platform for opposition coalition. PDP stalwart Right Honorable Basi Ewa led the call for adopting and strengthening the ADC as the leading opposition force in Cross River State ahead of 2027.
I move this motion that we have accepted as political parties in Cross River State to formally move to join the ADC.
Former Cross River State Governor Lil Imoke, former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs Dr. Usani Uhuru Usani, and others who are part of the movement stressed that their convergence is primarily to offer a credible alternative that reflects the aspirations of Nigerians and indeed Cross River people, frustrated with unfulfilled promises and entrenched political failures.
The economy of the country has really gone to a point that is unimaginable, and we also have a challenge of an unresponsive leadership, this new formation, to provide hope, real hope for the future and for the younger generation of the country.
The very philosophy of the formation suggests to you that there is an alternative sought. So what they expect from us is the fulfillment of that alternative. Not just to win election, but to guarantee the security of a younger generation running the affairs of the country with probity and sanctity of purpose.
What we're doing is guaranteeing our freedoms under that constitution and ensuring that we will have a more vibrant and fruitful democracy, all to the benefit of the Nigerian people.
This group, seemingly wary of the current political setup in Cross River and the country at large, insists that credibility and track record, not just party affiliation, should be the true measure of any political ambition. They believe the coalition must adopt this approach if it truly hopes to dislodge the current players dominating the national political space. As coalition talks continue, Cross River and 5 other Niger Delta states remain firmly in the control of the APC, while Bayelsa and Rivers remain with the PDP and Abia is governed by the Labour Party. Nationally, the APC leads with 23 governors, the PDP holds 10, while AKUGHA, Labour and NNPP have 1 governor each. Against this backdrop, Inside the Niger Delta spoke with some political observers here in River State who shared their thoughts on the growing call for coalition as the 2027 politicking slowly gathers momentum.
As we speak, one of the states in Niger Delta is being cheated. That is the state we call River State. Where is the heart of Niger Delta, where you just come and use a verbal statement to remove a democratically elected governor. So this thing goes back to the minds of Niger Delta people to come back to say, no, let us reset under the platform of the coalition, which is the ATC, and they will use to reset this political backwardness that we have faced in Nigeria.
I just see some few politicians who feel mistreated in Bola Tinubu's administration, trying to form a different alliance. I don't think if this is a threat to the already existing political structures in South and in Niger Delta.
So far, the coalition boasts of notable figures like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's Peter Obi, former Senate President David Mark, and former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, among other prominent Nigerians who have openly scored the current administration below expectations. Undoubtedly, Niger Deltans, like many other Nigerians, have in recent months expressed frustration over worsening economic conditions, which many blame on the policies of the current government. However, whether or not the region will fully align with the growing calls for a coalition-driven change in leadership remains to be seen, especially with nearly 2 years still left in the current administration's tenure.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The recent announcement by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISEC, to hold local government elections across the 23 local government areas of the state on August 30th, 2025, has ignited mixed reactions from political stakeholders and residents across the states. While some lauded the move as a positive step toward restoring grassroots democracy and ensuring representation at the local level, others raised concerns about the legality and timing of the exercise. Some critics also argue that the planned elections may contravene constitutional provisions, especially considering the prevailing emergency rule in the state.
The announcement of August 30th as the new date for local government election is the latest in the rounds of political developments in the oil-rich Rivers State, which recently witnessed political instability arising from the fallout between FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Unlike previous instances where such political developments led to verbal clashes and heightened tensions between supporters of both camps, the current political atmosphere in the state is calm, a development largely attributed to the peace deal recently brokered between the duo following the intervention of President Bola Tinubu. While these may be perceived to imply hitch-free local government elections in the coming days, some residents and political leaders say the exercise will amount to a constitutional breach.
The Supreme Court has said there must be an updated voters register by the wardens of the February 28th judgment of the Supreme Court, which nullified. We cannot approbate and reprobate at the same time. And so we are only arguing that whereas the Supreme Court of Nigeria has said this, that, this, and that these were the reasons for nullifying those October 5th elections, why would we now continue on the same path that will lead us nowhere? And we are saying that it will amount to a waste, another round of wastage of taxpayers' money.
That election supposed to be done by the governor of the state, according to our constitution.
The chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, while addressing the Forum of State Independent Electoral Commissions of Nigeria, FOSIECON, recently, though he did not categorically mention Rivers State, warned that failure to issue proper statutory notices to political parties does not only undermine the credibility of elections, but also renders the process legally vulnerable.
Within 21 days, how do you expect political parties to conduct primaries, nominate candidates, organize campaign, and for the Electoral Commission to conduct voter education, recruit and train ad hoc staff, manage logistics, and organize security for the election?
Reacting to the new Rivers' new LGA election date off camera, Hilda Dokubo, factional party chairman of the Labour Party in the state, said her party is yet to reach a final decision on whether or not to participate in the election. However, the faction of the Labour Party led by Dianie Pepple, along with the Tony Okocha-led faction of the All Progressives Congress (APC), have thrown their full weight behind the planned August 30th local government elections.
I've seen the reverse timetable, and I've seen the zest, I've seen the determination in the commission to be able to hold an election that is worthy. We are 100% ready for elections.
Right from when the date for 9th of August was fixed, we've been preparing to see that we participate in that election. So, good 18 research came and extended it to 30th, giving us more room to prepare.
However, for residents of the state who appear weary of the persistent political instability, they are calling for a peaceful process.
If they want to do the election, make them do am in truth and the peace. Where quarrel no go there, no fight, everything go easy.
Meanwhile, with about 2 months left in the initial 6-month emergency rule in Rivers State, the administrator appears to be moving full steam ahead. Since assuming office, he has dismissed all political appointees of the suspended governor. Watchers of events in Rivers State have continued to express concern over non-compliance with due process and the potential impact on the planned August 30th elections.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, has charged staff of the commission to buckle up for the enormous task of delivering the much-needed development in the oil-rich region. Dr. Ogbuku gave the charge last week during a management and staff meeting of the NDDC. He added that with the 25th anniversary celebrations now behind them, all hands must be on deck to drive the rapid transformation of the largely underdeveloped communities across the country's oil-rich region.
It's been 25 years since the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) was established by the President Olusegun Obasanjo-led administration to drive lasting peace and facilitate the holistic development in Nigeria's oil-bearing region. Following an elaborate celebration of its silver jubilee a few weeks ago, the leadership of the commission, which is back to work last week, held a parley with the staff of the commission at the NDDC Event Center in Port Harcourt. The Executive Director of Finance and Administration of the commission, Alabo Boma Iyaye, set the meeting in motion with a welcome address wherein he thanked the management and staff for all their efforts that led to the success of the 25th anniversary celebration.
I want to thank all our staff who came out, who supported, and who actively participated in the whole process. It was a huge success by all standards. If not for your support, if not for your participation, if not for your attendance, we would not have been able to achieve what we achieved.
With the anniversary celebrations now behind them, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Commission, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, went on to urge staff of the NDDC to redouble their efforts in translating the plans and policies of the interventionist agency into tangible outcomes across communities in the region.
I want all of us to double our efforts. Let us not go back to sleep, because when you go back to sleep, sometimes that is when the devil comes. The Bible says, watch and pray. In watching and praying, I mean we should ensure that everything we do, we put our eyes on the goal. That means show more concentration on your job. That means you must be more committed to your job. That is what I mean by watch and pray.
Speaking further, Dr. Ogbuku thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his continued support and encouragement, which he said has set the commission on a path of steady progress in recent months. He assured that the NDDC management and staff remain fully committed to implementing the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu across the region, with a focus on alleviating the hardships faced by the masses struggling to make a living.
So the interest and commitment of Mr. President in the Niger Delta using us as his foot soldiers to express that interest, we cannot fail. I'm using this opportunity to induct all of you into the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. And the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, just like as I said, in NDDC is defined as a social contract that is transmitting ideas and vision into reality.
The president of the NDDC Staff Union, Comrade John Achorituri, thanked the Commission's leadership for its demonstrated commitment to the development of the region as well as to the welfare of its workforce. He then assured the managing director and his team of the staff's full cooperation in ensuring that the Commission delivers on its mandate of facilitating the much-needed development across the Niger Delta region.
Inside the Niger Delta, AKUGHA Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. AKUGHA Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development. NDDC at 25.
NDDC making a difference, across Nigeria's oil region, oh yes, this not the day for our region to shine brighter. Development in every place. We will be right here making a difference. NDDC, NDDC, we there for you.
NDDC, 25 years of making a difference.
Ondo Kingdom came alive last week with full splendor as sons and daughters of the kingdom rolled out drums to celebrate their culture and ancestral heritage at the 2025 Odun Festival. The festival, also known as Odun, is an annual celebration to mark the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the planting season by the Yoruba people in Ondo West local government area, who are often referred to as the Ekimogun. It also presents the people with an opportunity to honor and celebrate their monarch, the Osemawe of Ondo Kingdom.
The Odun Oba Festival, also known as Odun Bami, which dates back over 500 years, is an annual celebration where indigents of the Ondo Kingdom in Ondo West local government area of Ondo State, both at home and in the diaspora, converge to honor the Oshimawe and paramount ruler of Ondo Kingdom and reaffirm their loyalty to the ancient throne while celebrating their shared heritage. This year's celebrations were no different, as the festivals started about 2 weeks ago with the Udijo Odun Oba ceremony at the Palace of the King, where chiefs gathered for the official proclamation of the series of events for the celebration. Last week, the festival took off properly with the Ugashu, where prayers were offered on behalf of the king for continued wisdom, strength, and divine guidance in the traditional administration of the kingdom. After that, the Otumbas, Olojas, and high chiefs present livestock and traditional offerings, including goats, to the king as a symbol of their respect and gratitude. This is followed by the climax of the celebrations, where the Oshimawe and paramount ruler of Ondo Kingdom, His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Victor Adesimbo Kiladejo Jilo III, moves round the streets of the kingdom, exchanging greetings and gifts with his subjects and praying for the entire kingdom. The people then accompanied their revered monarch back to the palace, where female high chiefs in the kingdom also paid their respect to their monarch. The Ologboshere of Ondo Kingdom, Chief Bayonle Akinagbe, and the chairman of the Ondo West Local Government Area, Honorable Ayotunde Akinfolarin, explained the significance of the festival to the people of the kingdom.
Today is a day where the Kabiyesi and the Otu chiefs are celebrating. The Otu chiefs, they are just like the kitchen cabinet of Kabiyesi. So we are pledging our loyalty again to him. That's why they use sword to pray for him. So they come back to Ologboshere for prayers.
It's a fantastic event. We believe so much in the culture and tradition of our people. We are very happy every year. It's a must that has to be celebrated. And at this period of the year, we're always upright, forthright, and steadfast. It's not only an interest, it's an obsession that the Ondos have for the Odoomba Festival.
Other high chiefs and indigents present at the event commended their monarch, Oba Dr. Victor Adesimbo Kiladejo Jilo III, for keeping this tradition going for the last 18 years of his reign and his role in uniting the people.
The king, Oba Kiladejo, worked so hard since he stepped into the reign of Ondo Chieftaincy institution. We have had at least 4 specialized universities, and apart from that, primary schools are increasing. Secondary school are going up.
Kabiyesi is bringing back sons and daughters of Ondo so that they will be able to continue to celebrate our culture. Our culture is rich.
They also called on the government to intensify efforts in promoting indigenous cultures like Odun Oba as tools for economic growth, tourism, and the preservation of identity in this era of modernization that seems to be daily eroding culture and tradition of the many peoples of the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Kindly note that you can now also watch our program live on our YouTube channel at NDN-TV Nigeria on Mondays at 9 p.m., Tuesdays at 9:20 p.m., and Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN-TV Nigeria for live updates and many more of these stories. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Niger's oil-rich region, will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA, thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.